Welcome to the SVG-TV news for Thursday, December 9th. I'm Khalil Kato with the details. Farmers, workers, and vulnerable persons in SVG, including those impacted by the recent volcanic eruptions, are expected to benefit from financial and other support from the government in time for Christmas. The support programs and their beneficiaries were outlined in a media release issued today by the Office of the Prime Minister. Support through the Ministry of Social Development will see payments of a cash transfer of $800 to 3,247 World Food Programme WFP household beneficiaries as a transition from the existing WFP program to the Suffer Transitioning Grant for December 2021. It said the one-time cash payment covers payments for November and December 2021, $400 per month per household. A one-time cash payment will also be made to 171 households in the red and orange zones from the WFP program who were unreachable during the registration and assessment process. Those affected by the volcanic eruptions who will receive income support include 221 small business owners in the red and orange zones who will receive a one-time cash transfer of $1,200, $400 for each month from October to December. This cash transfer is expected to be done in two tranches, $800 before Christmas and $400 at the end of January 2022. 91 site vendors will receive a one-time cash transfer of $900, $300 for each month of October to December, paid in two tranches, $600 before Christmas and $300 in January. 490 school vendors will receive a one-time cash payment of $600, $300 for November and December, paid in two tranches, $400 before Christmas and $200 in January. The Office of the Prime Minister said in total, the cost of the financial support is $3,375,500 EC dollars, being offered to 4,220 families. The release said there will also be a huge pre-Christmas distribution of food packages through the community groups and churches in the red and orange zones, and the food distribution center at Camden Park will be closed on December 24th. Income support of $1,000 will also be made to farmers from Belle Isle to Richmond and Mount Grennan to Fancy for the months of November and December, $500 for each month. Those who stand to benefit include 637 farmers from the Chateaubriand district, 888 from the Trumuka district, and 2,164 from Georgetown, including north of the Dry River. Additionally, the release noted that Bragza is currently carrying out a $3 million road cleaning program for Christmas 2021 with over 5,000 persons employed. The Office of the Prime Minister said in total, the support programs amount to some $10 million with 13,000 beneficiaries and many more persons benefiting from other ongoing support programs, inclusive of the normal safety net supports. It was noted that payday for central government employees is December 16th. The Office of the Prime Minister urges beneficiaries of the various support programs to be careful with the spending, noting that January 2022 is going to be a long month. St. Vincent and the Grenadines will continue to export livestock as part of efforts to build a modern, competitive livestock industry. That's according to Minister of Agriculture, Forestry and Fisheries, Soboto Caesar, who at a recently held virtual budget consultation said they will also ensure that enough resources are allocated to supply local needs.
End of the day, my first focus is to ensure that there's food security and food sovereignty at home. But if you're building an industry, you have to not only look inward, you have to also look outwards, because there are significant opportunities right here on our doorsteps. At a recent OECS meeting, it was noted that right here within the OECS sub-region, there is over a $200 million market to be explored and exploited if we can increase production and productivity in the livestock sector. I know that there are many young persons who are getting into the production of cattle. There is a significant market in Trinidad and Tobago for goats and also eggs. I I'm convinced that we can do much better to reduce the imports of poultry, and I know that we are going to see more persons produce more meat birds in the country as we see the hotel plants increase and the room stock goes up. So I want to encourage those persons in livestock. I know that we are going to do some strategic realignments in 2022 to ensure that our vets are more on the front line with the farmers, because it is one area where there's a definite need for an increase in technical support.
Minister Caesar said as part of support to local farmers, especially those who were affected by the volcanic eruptions, the ministry will be providing tractor services to them to help till the soil, which is important for food production.
Land is critical for production. And there are some areas of the country where we still have ash covering soil, ash cover of up to 2 to 3 feet. And we've started the consultation with a technical organization. And I remember the budget discussion where we discussed the purchasing of the services of tractors and persons who own tractors to ensure that we can till the soil so that a lot of that ash cover can be worked into the soil so that persons can increase their production and productivity in, for example, I know a lot of persons in production of potatoes, for example. When they go to their farms, the ash cover is so high that they incur significant costs in removing the ash. And we want to use the technology available to us and the mechanization available to us to ensure that we can assist our farmers.
Last week, the Ministry of Agriculture received a phantom drone from the Food and Agricultural Organization at a cost of $13,850. Minister Caesar said that the contribution is very important in the development of the agriculture sector, as the ministry is on a path to promote and include modern technology in its work.
Land, labor, and capital, the 3 factors of production, are always important to be assessed in any conversation on production and productivity in the agriculture sector. Over the years, traditionally, we had extension officers who will traverse hillsides, dangerous terrain, and will gather data for us to assess. The world has gone past that, and today, with the use of modern drones, we are now able to map different areas throughout the country to assist us to plan better. This conversation is taking place in the immediate aftermath of the eruptions of our volcano La Soufrière, when we have extensive damage to the forest in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and also to farms, crop production, and many farmers are still grappling.
The Agriculture Minister thanked the FAO for its continued support towards the development of the local agriculture industry.
FAO has always worked with the Ministry of Agriculture, Forestry, Fisheries, Rural Transformation, Industry and Labor, and we can remember the very important Zero Hunger initiative when St. Vincent and the Grenadines very early established a parliamentary front in our country, and we are working to ensure that by 2030 we can boast as a small island developing state of our achievements and achieving many of the sustainable development goals. This is definitely a very expensive piece of equipment.
A team representing Lynch Insurance Brokers Barbados Limited and Marsh Limited, a leader in agriculture, fisheries and forestry industry in the UK and Ireland, is here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines conducting research and analysis of the local agriculture sector towards developing a model of crop insurance. Speaking at a briefing, the Minister of Agriculture said that SVG, the Windward Islands and CARICOM on a whole have been grappling with the vagaries of climate change, and the removal of trade preferences has had a negative impact on the banana industry. He said over the years, the country has seen farmers unable to purchase insurance policies, and that the government is seeking the best model of crop insurance to assist farmers.
Years, St. Vincent and the Grenadines and other islands in the Windwards, we have been blessed to operate a well-planned, structured and conceived banana industry. We had our own crop insurance company, WinCrop. We had a consolidated marketer, Wibdeco, which turned into Winfresh. And because of the demise of the banana industry, which came as a result of the removal of trade preferences, we also saw that the companies, the ancillary companies which were supporting the banana industry, they were not able to grapple with the vagaries in the immediate aftermath of the export of product to the extra region. We had many discussions over the last 5 years, and we are still at the stage where we're looking for a best model to assist our farmers.
Managing Director of Lynch Caribbean Brokers SVG Limited, Damian Bowen, said the company is very proud to be part of the venture, noting that their interaction with the local farmers has been rich and engaging.
A solution, but before developing the solution, we are here to conduct our necessary needs analysis, engage in stakeholder engagements, which is what we've been doing over the past couple of days. It's been really rich and engaging, seeing the topography, seeing the landscape, assessing the meteorological data, and being your next door neighbor right here in Beachmont, Lynch Caribbean is proud to be associated with this exercise. To give you a little more insight into who we are and our agriculture expertise, it gives me great pleasure to hand you over to the Business Development Director with responsibility for our group of companies. Indeed, Lynch is one of the region's largest insurance brokers, the largest in Barbados.
Business Development Director of Lynch Insurance Brokers, James Pierk, said climate change has been a great threat to the islands, and he's happy to come up with a new model of insurance that will not only assist SVG, but the entire region to mitigate against the cost of weather-related damage and losses in the farming communities.
Appreciative for the government of St. Vincent for giving us the opportunity to share our expertise, which, albeit with sugarcane over the last few hundred years, having developed insurance products covering crop damage to sugarcane, that we could collaborate with members of WinCrop and the Ministry of Agriculture here and our partners at Marsh in the UK who handle crop damage, crop financing products throughout the world, that we could come together at this moment and try to find a solution to help mitigate against the ever-increasing risks that we're faced with today. So with that, I would like to thank you all. We are excited. We're looking forward to doing a lot of good things with the people of St. Vincent.
Expert from Marsh Limited, Simon Lusher, spoke about some of the farms they have visited thus far. He also commended the farmers for doing a great job in the agriculture sector.
It's a very fertile country. The crops you are growing are absolutely amazing, and long may it may continue. But we are in a difficult time. Climate change is a real problem. And what we're trying to do for the people of St. Vincent and the farming community is create a fund that they can call on in times of difficulty following climate disasters. So from the knowledge gained from the last 2 days, I think we can make a real difference in providing a financial protection for the farming community of this island. I'd just like to thank everybody for making that job for me easier to do. We'll now go away, we'll access those international markets, and very soon I'm sure we'll have a good announcement to make for the people of St. Vincent.
$96,000 was distributed today among 11 female entrepreneurs from the government of the Republic of China on Taiwan. The small grants were awarded to the entrepreneurs who participated in the Women's Empowerment Project funded by Taiwan through the Center for Enterprise Development, Inc., CED. The project, which catered to 27 female entrepreneurs in 2 categories, is an initiative entitled Assisting the Economic Empowerment of Women in Latin America and the Caribbean in the Post-Pandemic of COVID-19. The objective is to boost the country's economy following the impact of the pandemic and maintaining social stability by strengthening women's economic empowerment through employment and entrepreneurship. Under the project, 11 female entrepreneurs were selected by the CED and successfully completed a series of business management trainings conducted by the Taiwanese Technical Mission supported by the CED. Head of the Embassy of the Republic of China in Taiwan, Ambassador Peter Shali Lan, presented the grants of 8,000 EC dollars to the entrepreneurs at a ceremony at the embassy yesterday. The grants will be used to purchase equipment and supplies for the businesses to improve their operations. In his remarks, Ambassador Lan explained the overall goal of the Women's Empowerment Project and praised the joint effort of the Taiwanese Technical Mission and the CED for implementing the project, and also congratulated the grant recipients.
Is to encourage the small and medium women-owned enterprise. And I congratulate all the 11 recipients today. And as Director Lewis just mentioned, we still have an ongoing business competition which will lead to another award winning prize. So, and I had the pleasure just to walk around. I saw diversified products here today. We have from the digital e-commerce to the foods to textiles. So I believe that after the impact of the COVID-19 and the volcanic eruption, we do need initiatives like this.
General Manager of the CED, Felix Lewis, encouraged the awardees to put the grant money to good use.
We have successfully completed a series of training, including financial management module. Training was followed up by a period of mentoring, and this grant will assist grantees in procuring minor capital items and equipment needed to enhance their businesses and to assist in their recovery process. We wish the grantees the best as they proceed with their efforts in the recovery process and the development of their business in general. We hope that the participants would apply what they have learned in this program to their operations and put the grant funds to the best use possible in their enterprise for sustainable, profitable development of their businesses. The Center for Enterprise Development Incorporated is happy to partner with the Embassy of the Republic of China and Taiwan, and by extension the government and people of Taiwan in this project. We look forward to more of this type of cooperation in the future to benefit the MSME sector in St. Vincent and Grenadines.
One of the grant awardees, Chevon Deschong, expressed gratitude to Taiwan and the CED on behalf of the group. She admitted that though they were a bit nervous participating in the training sessions, it was worth it.
And I know a lot of us were very nervous, and when we heard that we had to interact on the project and we had to provide assignments, work along in groups, it was a bit nerve-wracking for us. But to say that the facilitators made us feel so relaxed and comfortable to interact with each other, to provide feedback, and to form a network amongst ourselves. Some of the things we went away with from the training, we learned how to promote our business, how to use social media, how to price our products. And a lot of persons in this training were guilty of saying that they were afraid.
The grant recipients exhibited their products, which include handcrafts, clothing, tile decorations, dolls, crochets, cakes, bags, coconut oil, and peanuts at a mini expo also held today. The female entrepreneurs spoke about the challenges and successes of their businesses over the years.
Boutique manager at Deco Threadworks. We are a non-profit organization, and we have been in organization since 2018. So we offer 100% linen, handmade clothing. We offer also embroidery services. We also offer alterations, upholstery. We offer hand-dyed. We also do hand-dyed items, which is done by our seamstresses as well.
I'm the owner of the craft house SVG, based at home, and I produce crochet dolls, printed and embroidered t-shirts and matching tutu skirts, as you see there. I also provide crafting supplies such as cake toppers, basically everything crafty I do. Well, I've been crocheting since I was 9, but officially since 2016 I turned my crochet into a business, and then over time I started introducing different products.
Fines is a home-based manufacturing business. We do fabrication on solid surface, tile, plastic, wood and fabric. Yes, basically we use CNC robotics machinery to do our printing or engraving on the wood and the plastic. And we're located in Queens Drive. I'm the co-owner. My name is Rosette Bacchus. You can contact us at 454-6789.
My name is Shari Oliver from the brand Wadada. Wadada is an African word for love. I love what I do. I create bespoke handbags and accessories. Here are a few custom design pieces. I've been operating for 11 years now. My passion for fashion and creating items.
Siobhan Deschong, who said she was motivated by her last daughter to start her craft business, is encouraging other females not to be afraid to turn their talent into businesses.
My last daughter, actually, she motivates me to create. I started creating crochet stuff and embroidered stuff for her. And I saw the opportunity because most of the events I cater for are birthdays for kids, and you know birthdays come and go every year, so I saw it as being a sustainable income for me. I would urge them to take opportunities, get registered with CED so that you will get opportunities just like us today where you get grants, there's no liabilities there, so why not?
As the SVG Teachers Union prepares for its mass picket in capital Kingstown tomorrow, President Oswald Robinson is urging all trade unions and Vincentians, vaccinated or unvaccinated, to be a part of the picket against the government's vaccination policy.
We want to remind all teachers, the rest of the public, the parents, the guardians, the students, the van drivers, the taxi association, the other trade unions, the rest of civil society, to join with us outside of the vegetable market from 9:30, where we would picket against mandatory vaccination. This picket has nothing to do with whether you are vaccinated or not. That is not the issue. You have a right to be vaccinated. You have a right to stay unvaccinated. It's your body. It's your choice. The union cannot dictate what you do with your body. So we don't want anybody out there to mix up the message of the union. The union's message has been clear and straight. It is your right to decide whether you want to be vaccinated.
Robinson noted that the union is a law-abiding organization and they had written to the Commissioner of Police informing him of the unions of their intention to protest tomorrow, along with a separate letter requesting permission for the use of amplified sound.
We have written the Commissioner of Police informing him about the pickets based on the Trade Union Act. You have a right to picket based on the Trade Union Act of St. Vincent and Grenadines. We have done a separate letter requesting permission to use amplified sound. It's not a blackout, so we're not requesting permission to have music. So we receive a response that we are not permitted to use amplified music. We didn't ask to use amplified music. So we have responded and we are waiting on another response. We just need to use some kind of PA system to control whatever gathering we have and to give instruction. We don't want to have any conflict with the police. We don't want to have any conflict with the law. Teachers Union is a law-abiding organization, And even those who may come out and to be in solidarity with us, we expect that people would operate within the confines of the law.
Robinson also explained that the SVGTU wants to send a clear message tomorrow for the government to put an end to its vaccination mandate and let Vincentians enjoy their right to choose.
We want to send a clear message that we must stop the mandatory vaccination and let people enjoy their rights to choose. So we begin 9:30 tomorrow. Everybody must be dressed in black. And you observe your 3 feet, wear your mask, bring your hand sanitizers. Those in the Grenadines, there's a specific location where they would have their pickets. I think in Kanawan is not too far from the courthouse, where they normally have cases and so on. You know, so they are not going to interfere with the smooth flow of what the people are doing, but they were going to stay at a distance. Because, you know, in those areas, it's difficult to find a suitable place where you observe like 150 yards. Okay, and in Beckway, it is not too far from the administrative building in Port Elizabeth. We want to wish everybody a productive day tomorrow.
Meanwhile, the SVGTU president is appealing to unvaccinated teachers to turn up for work and not abandon their jobs in the absence of a dismissal letter. Robinson said a number of their members who are yet to be vaccinated have reported that they are being told when they show up to work that they have been replaced.
We have been getting reports that principals are telling their teachers who are unvaccinated that they have been replaced. In some cases, you're seeing somebody else on the job. Now, that is very unprofessional. It is unacceptable. Because you cannot tell a person that they have been replaced and you have not put that in writing. So we need to have those instructions being put in writing. If a teacher has been dismissed, you need to put that in writing. You can't say it by word of mouth. So we are appealing again to our members to turn up for work, show up for work, do not walk off a job. Wait until they physically put you off the job or until you have something in writing. And then you'd submit that as part of your profile of reports to us. And then we'll take it from there.
St. Vincent and the Grenadines has established formal diplomatic relations with the Republic of Burundi. According to a joint communique signed on November 24th, it was decided that both countries would establish diplomatic relations at the ambassadorial level. This is in accordance with the provisions of the Vienna Convention on Diplomatic Relations of April 18, 1961, and the Vienna Convention on Consular Relations on April 24, 1963. The communique was signed in New York by SVG's permanent representative to the Republic of Burundi to the United Nations, Ambassador Zephyrin Maniratanga. The communique was said the aim is to promote mutual understanding and strengthen the friendship and cooperation between the two countries. The 16 Days of Activism campaign aimed at raising awareness and tackling gender-based violence will conclude tomorrow with a public speaking or debate competition. This will be held at the Methodist Church Hall from 6 p.m. and will see participation from 5 different national societies from across the region. The participants will speak on the topic Gender-Based Violence, a Violation of Human Rights. The SVG Red Cross Society said the aim of the debate is to encourage healthy discussions to identify and create a framework on what more can be done to create intervention and more awareness to stop gender-based violence. The 16 Days of Activism Global Campaign is guided under the theme Orange the World, End Violence Now, and is aimed towards addressing the psychosocial well-being of all survivors, be it gender-based, child abuse, or child trafficking.